Best Man, great movie, 1999, I believe. It was really dope for the black community because it was another one of those movies that we rarely get to see where everybody is upwardly mobile, getting money. It's built around upwardly mobile friends and relationships and things like that. It came out when I was like 11, so I've been able to really dissect this movie now that I'm older. But what's always stood out to me was Quentin Spivey's character. Or Terrence Howard's character, Quentin Spivey. He's like this player guy. In 1999, he would really be considered really outspoken and misogynist and all that stuff. Even the type of guy who now might get canceled if he's a big personality, which on the sequels it showed he became a big personality and it made him a lot of money and things like that. He's very outspoken, very good with the women, things like that. Well, they had this week before his partner Lance, which is Morris Chestnut, and Mia Armstrong, which is I forgot her name. The girl that played Ebony in Players Club. I forgot her name. Somebody could say her name in the comments, but they were getting married on the movie. And the guys were chilling during that week. They came up a couple of days early so everybody could kick back and stuff. And they were chilling at the hotel and playing cards. And Quentin goes on this rant while they're talking about women. And he's like, God did not intend for man to be with one woman. If he did, he wouldn't have given us all this sperm. And these women would not outnumber us the way that they do. That in itself is pretty, it makes you think like, man, he kind of has a point. But even more than that, I have to add on, women would not be attracted to men in relationships. If we were meant to be with one woman, why is it that women are so much more attracted to men in relationships? That's something that has always stood out to me, is when you're, even myself, when I'm in a relationship, it's like I'm a chick magnet. I can get girls. I'm a big guy, but I'm not the type of guy who just dates anybody. Like, I'll hold out to date a beautiful woman. So I'll go 2-3 years without a relationship. I mean, I kick it and stuff like that, but until I find somebody I really like, I don't make no relationships. But when I am in a relationship, it's like women are always around. And when I'm not, it's like it's a little bit scarce unless I just decide to be social, whatever. But you notice that just in society in general, it seems like guys in relationships just naturally are more attractive to women. And if you look back through history, men always had more than one woman. All through history, it just always made sense. I don't know necessarily why they put monogamy in place and just one man and one woman, because it almost doesn't make sense when you look at the biological things, like all this sperm, being able to have kids on into old age way longer than our woman can. Like, a man can have a family that he's with one woman. He's have kids from say 20 to 35. They have 10 kids, and then that they can have a divorce. That man can go to the next woman and have kids. And if she's like younger or whatever, they can have kids from say 35 to 50. That's a whole nother family. Well, that first woman he had them kids with, she can't have kids with him at that older age. So men are almost meant to have babies with more than one woman. It's like almost they're biologically designed, if you really think about it. For all the reasons out there, I'm not even going to go into that. Women outnumber us. There's so many more women than men. And then them again, just being more attracted to men in relationships. if you kill all the social constructs, like back in the day, in the olden times, and even in the animal kingdom, whoever are deemed the top dogs, they get all the women, and everybody else kind of gets what's left over. It's the same thing with the humans. The guys that are usually already taken usually have a better pick of the litter out here. So just the fact that things like that, a woman can say, hey, I like this guy more than this guy, even though this guy's by himself. I like this guy over here in this relationship because he's more my type. He's more appealing to me. Just that psychology that a lot of women think like that, whether they want to admit it or not. A lot of women don't want to admit that. That's cool, man. We're not going to get into no big woman-man argument, none of that. But though that point of women being attracted to men who are already taken, added on with him talking about how they outnumber us and how we're able to have kids way longer than them, those kind of things make you really think, was a man meant to ever be with one woman? Was a man ever really meant to be with one woman? And you gotta be honest about that. I'm gonna let you decide. I'm not gonna say whether I think it should be or not, because everybody has different perspectives and different opinions, and I respect that. I mean, so let people come to their own conclusion. I'm going to repeat it again. God did not just intend for us to be with one woman. If he did, he wouldn't have given us all this sperm. These ladies would not outnumber us the way they do. And furthermore, just biologically, they wouldn't be designed to be more attracted to taken men. It is meant for men to be on their purpose, and women are a byproduct of that a lot of times. And you see it out here. It might not be something that's popular to show out in the public, but a lot of these guys who do have a lot of money and resources have an unending amount of women. They're paying an unending amount of bills out here and taking care of a lot of women. And these women a lot of times know what's up. They stick to these guys anyway, because that's what they're attracted to. He's on his purpose and stuff like that. So they're around. And that the guys who don't really get a lot of women, that should show you, man, you're not on your purpose like that. If you were on your purpose, you'd be just like that guy who's getting money and a lot of women. And I learned that late in life, and I hope a lot of other guys are listening to this too, because this would sound like something where I'm just trying to pick at the ladies and stuff and whatever, but I'm really just trying to prove a point to the fellas more than anything. You know, a lot of guys are out here, they prioritize chasing women when they should be chasing their bag, and them ladies are going to come around because, again, they outnumber us so much. Ain't no guy going to usually be able to, if he's on his stuff, just have one, because it's going to be too many throwing themselves at you. Now, again, like I said, I'm not going to say whether I think men and, you know what I'm going to say. I don't think that God meant for men to be with one woman. I'm going to say that. Now, if you want to practice monogamy, that's dope, but you could just see by society that that's not how it's designed. I'm going to just say it. I'm just going to say it. So there it is. Now you can make your own conclusions. You can get mad at me like, hey, I hope you would write in the comments. Let me hear what y'all got to say about it. And let me know if you watched the movie and you know where I'm coming from with it.